What is up, YouTube? It is Crazy Games here, and in today's video, I did a voiceover challenge in Minecraft to where I have to voice over it because I'm not recording any other audio really. Um, so in a voice-only world, so that's what we did today. I had to start a new world because with the voiceover only challenge, I just wanted to start a fresh world and play until I kind of get killed by a mob. A couple times I'll come back when I'm just doing random stuff and tell you a couple things, like went into the making of this video. One, there's so many takes of just random voiceover lines. If you want me to do a voiceover challenge where I always give you the first take, I can, but it'll be a very boring video. Spawning into the first world, I looked around and I looked out, I was in a jungle, so I started mining trees. I got a stick and a sapling. I mined trees for a couple of minutes and just pretty much survey my area. I'll be back whenever something happens. So I look for more trees, and once I start cutting down more trees, I'm gonna play something other than elevator music. I open up my crafting menu, and I try to craft a crafting table and a couple of other stuff. That's a little bit more happy than elevator music. So right about here, I placed that block down instead of my crafting table on accident. I crafted an axe, a sword, a pickaxe. I thought I crafted a shovel. You'll see how that comes into play later. I look around, break my crafting table, and try to figure out where I'm going next. I do have a little hard time figuring out where I go next until I saw that mountain, and I thought, I need cobblestone anyway. So I find that apple in the sapling. I grab the apple, and that comes into play with food because it's hard to find food in this game, especially like pigs, cows, all that kind of stuff. So I actually picked that up, not knowing what it was. I'm thinking it's like some type of stone, but it's cobblestone, so I mine more of it. I create a cobblestone pickaxe, a cobblestone axe, and a cobblestone sword. I forget that you need sticks to build almost all of these things. So I get sticks right now, and then I actually craft the stuff. So it takes me a minute. I'm looking for the cobblestone pickaxe. I realize that I need more cobblestone. So I go and I get more cobblestone right about here. And then after I get done mining it, I make the pickaxe. So I'm breaking the crafting table. A wolf walks by. I go to try to make sure I didn't kill any animals or mobs. And I wanted to see if it had like skeleton near me, but I couldn't find a skeleton. So I come down here, make sure the wolf's not following me, and then I try to craft a boat. So I'm gonna play some music because I have the worst time trying to craft a boat. let's switch up the music because I'm gonna be here for a little while. Finally placing the boat, I realized I had no idea how to get on or where to go. Finally figured out how to get on, so I started to head out, and I realized that there's not much I can see, so I just go in a random direction. So right up here, I start to have problem navigating, and I eventually see this little ravine area where I have to navigate through roughly. So you will see how that happens. After crashing about 2 times, I realize I'll have a better luck bringing my boat with me down this little lake ravine thing. So I try to break it, realize I can't break it, I just start sitting in it. So instead, after a bunch of sitting down, I try to make a path for me to go through. I then realized this is going to be way more narrow than I thought it was going to be. So when I try to swim down and it doesn't let me, I end up eventually just walking away. Right about now, I start to just follow this lake. I really don't know where it's going to end up. So eventually, once I get up to this corner, I find this little cobblestone area. I start mining. It opens up a new cave, and I go down it. Once I finish mining, I realize I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I figure out that the best thing I can do is probably get up and look for a place to go. I need food, but this cow has a baby, and I didn't want to do that. So I go to look for more food, and I just can't find any, and I just end up leaving. And me and this chicken has an epic race for 2 seconds. I go down here and mine the log, which I need more wood for later when I build a house. Somehow this reminds me that I forgot my boat back at the cave, and I start to write in little notes for myself. I go on and type, I know it's only voiceover, but I forgot my boat. I do send it in the chat, which means in the Minecraft thing, it's just a random guy who was mining logs and then just stops. I know it's only voiceover, but I forgot my boat, and then goes back to do his normal stuff. I then realized that my storage is about to run out. You know, it'd be kind of funny if I just leave without saving again, right? It's right about now when I realize I forgot to save. But luckily, it has an automatic save feature, so it did save my progress. Song did not fit what I was feeling right now. I was kind of stressed that I would have lost all my progress. But when I loaded in and looked at my hotbar, I realized that my progress was all saved, none of it was lost, only the time has switched. I turned around and I kind of realized that nothing was lost. The time was switched, and so I was happy. I ran, fought that spider, and then I realized, why not make a note to myself? Like, I couldn't tell in the future. Again, with the note, this time I put it saved, which means when I sent it, a random person in the Minecraft land went, it saved. So he ran up to there and said that and then went back to his day. Fought the guy who had an axe on my world. I then ran by that yellow creeper and dodged that guy and swam out to the ocean. Then come up on shore here because I'm trying to get away from all these mobs. Didn't really want to die. So I start running up this hill in a random direction for safety. I didn't see there were mobs here, so I kind of panic. I run in a random direction, realize that my hunger's down. I ate an apple, I ran, and the tree was blocking me. I got shot by the skeleton and taken down to 3.5 hearts. Was gonna run to that mountain, but that creeper was there, so instead, I go up the mountain on the other end, and I just start pillaring up right now because I don't want any mobs getting me, especially since I'm almost dead. As I ran out of dirt, I realized that I should just start building a house to stay at for the night and for however long I'm going to be playing because I just feel like it'd be safer in case of spiders coming and I don't want any of them knocking me down. Right now, I'm being extra careful not to fall down, especially since there's that one guy that took me down to 3.5 hearts, and I feel like building a house would be the best possible ideal for right now. So I start crafting some planks to extend on my house, and then I realize once I'm done crafting that I had food in my inventory that I could either cook or eat raw. I look around, place down my crafting table, and start eating my raw pork chop, which looks a lot like bacon. And then I do a little jump trying to realize that a way down, or if I should start building my house more. I start crafting and place blocks down because I realized that just like the actual game, Minecraft, when you crouch you won't fall off blocks. And with all those mobs underneath me, I really feel like crouching and not falling would be the best ideal. I then craft a door for extra protection. I don't want any spiders getting into my house. I then eat my raw pork chop. Realize that I'm out of raw pork chop, so I eat the raw chicken. In normal Minecraft, you get the hunger effect, but in this game, you do not get the hunger effect. So I then extend my house more, because just like I saw, I accidentally jumped up because auto jump was on. I don't know how to turn that off. And I realized I could easily fall out of my house. I go escaping for mobs, trying to make sure that there isn't any spiders getting up again. And I then get up on top of my house, defeats the whole purpose of the walls. And then I scout in the back. Do a whole circle around my house, and then see those 2 creepers right there, which I then go into the back to make sure no more creepers, spiders, or any other mobs go here. I then type 3 creepers, which I looked at the footage, and I don't think there was 3 creepers. That means, since I typed that and put it in chat, that a random person who's building a house saw 2 creepers and said 3 creepers. This is when I start looking for a food source, because I don't think any Minecraft mobs or animals spawn underneath my house. So I then craft a furnace to see if that would help with anything. But remember, I am outside when I'm recording this gameplay, so the sun is hitting my tablet and I cannot see the screen. So I start cooking anything I have in my inventory to add some sort of light source. I'm gonna add some music as I proceed to cook everything burnable in my furnace. Wow, this thing lasts so long that the music I was playing ran out. To save us both time, I'm gonna actually do an editing skip until something actually happens. It's not much, but 27 seconds later, I finally placed down the glass I smelted. I then realize that I'm missing one piece of glass, so I go look out to see if there's any sand nearby. Fun fact, I actually looked this up while I was editing this. That guy who had the axe on my server, I'm thinking is called a husk. And this was the mistake that could have cost me the video. My plan for looking for food quickly switched into seeing what that block was. So I jump down dumbly and get hit by that husk, which instead of running towards my base, I run exactly opposite of my base. And I start just running, trying to run away from that mob because I'm at 2.5 hearts and low on hunger. I fall down here and realize that there's a sheep right there. So I turn around, make sure it's not following me anymore, and I go get the sheep. I then start mining a bunch of blocks out of the side of this cave to help me find my house again. After I get done mining with this cave, I then realize that the mossy cobblestone structure is right there, so I go and start mining it, which after I mine it, I realize that it was just mossy cobblestone. Completely forgetting about my base, I go this way, farther away from my base, because I'm thinking that the mobs are still back there and probably would kill me. Because I'm lost, I follow where the wolf tells me to go. I then see a cow, so I take the cow and I then just start walking out into the middle of nowhere, which I thought was the way back to my house. I then proceed to walk for a long time. After killing the spider, I proceed to walk more because I didn't know if it was daytime or nighttime, and I definitely didn't want to run into any more mobs. I then proceed to stop the wolf from attacking the fox, and then run away from the wolf. I then go up the hill and pretty much back into the middle of nowhere. I then come up on this nice beach area, which I end up taking this route for a little bit so I don't get more lost. I then check if I can craft anything, and I realized that I could craft planks so I could build a new house. A little bit behind the scenes, I realized that everyone who does like a voiceover for like Minecraft, they usually write notes. I forgot to write notes other than those little chat messages. I then started working on the house some more because I didn't think I was going to be able to find my other house back until the rain stops. So this was going to be a temporary house. I then gather more wood from the trees. Small time lapse. Right here in real life, I got up to take a small break and then sat right back down and crafted a crafting table. And I realized I had two crafting tables. I don't know what you would need two for, but I have it. I then use my crafting table to craft a door because even though I don't have walls, a door is something a house always needs. I then build walls, so the door is actually useful. I then place down my last block and realize I just needed two more planks. Then I placed down a door when I went to open my door. Then accidentally almost break the wall down instead of the door. And then I do it again and realize I should just try breaking it down with an axe. It took me 11 seconds to break a door. And I finally get more wood. craft it into planks so I can place down the 2 planks I need at the side of my house. It took me this long to realize those do not match the actual planks I used. But I decide to use them anyway. Then I ran completely around my house to cut the farthest tree from me. Just like the door, I missed the tree in as many ways possible. And I go back to building my house. And then I somehow know that I did not have all the pieces from the tree. So back around the house we go. And then I put 1 cobblestone in my roof. And I finally completed a house in one of the Buildcraft worlds. And I was happy that I finally completed one, so I went over here and standed here for about 2 seconds. But I realized no house is truly complete without windows, so I get sand for the windows. I look at the sun, I realize that there's a cow behind me, so I then go get food. After getting my food, I then enjoy my food on the beach. I then break dirt near my house for a path, which I'm gonna try to build later. For now, I just place the dirt back. You know, this was pretty dumb. I ended up walking over here and then back to my house, enough blocks away for mobs to actually spawn if they needed to. I then placed the saplings in my hotbar so that I can replant the trees I have taken down. And then I do the same thing with my oak saplings. And I hug a husk. Thank you guys for watching this video. It took me a really long time to edit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed.